Can information be a substitute for coaching? Let's face it, the number of people in the coaching world out there has exploded in the post-COVID era. For a lot of people who couldn't leave their homes, they saw coaching as a viable alternative to make money. And let's face it, the isolation brought by the lockdowns for many folks was debilitating. So coaches offered a way to connect with people and work on themselves while there was an abundance of available free time, and that makes total sense. Surely the world opened back up, but the genie never went back in the bottle in the coaching world. According to Zippia.com, there are over 110,000 coaches currently employed in the United States. Personally, I think that number is vastly understated, especially when you account for all of the rogue coaches that are out there. But even if that number were close to being a real number, some estimates put the growth of the coaching industry as being as much as 33% larger than it was in 2015. Now, that said, there's a lot of people calling themselves coaches out there and a lot more people on the way. So let's face it, do you really need a coach, or is information by itself enough? Well, it depends, and it depends on the type of coach you're looking for, what you want from a coach, and what the coach you're talking to will actually provide. Now, some people confuse the word coach for something else they're actually looking for. For example, if you want to be a better singer, it might make sense to hire someone who understands the mechanics behind having a better singing voice. That does not mean they have to be a good singer themselves, only that they understand the mechanics of it, and they are able to motivate you past any mental blocks, and are able and willing to hold you accountable for the work that you need to put in. That is a coach. They don't need to be great at execution. They need to be a great coach. Warren Buffett, for example, might be a brilliant investor and businessman, but I don't know how good he would be as a coach. He might understand the mechanics of good business, but he might not have any desire at all to try to motivate you, nor try to hold you accountable. Coaches? Well, coaches are just different. Good coaches are rare, and great coaches are exceedingly rare. Sometimes they're your big brother, your best friend, and your guide. Other times, they're your teacher and your counselor. And sometimes they're your drill instructor. They have the ability to see what you can't and connect dots that you otherwise can't see because they have a different perspective. And whether that perspective is from a position of top down, like strategic to tactical, maybe outside in, or from a place of wisdom because they have experienced something similar. Whether they have experienced something similar by themselves, or maybe they've experienced something with a different coaching client. So back to the original question, is information enough? Honestly, information is important, but by itself, it's missing one critical component, and that is one of feedback. For all the reasons I listed before, information can't do that. Information by itself can't make you a great singer. It can't make you a great investor, a great business person, or a great parent. Can it help? Sure. But by and large, every single client that I have worked with forgets information very quickly, and unless it's continually studied and continually researched and continually honed, look, that takes a lot of practice that most people simply don't have the time to do. A coach can get you where you want to go a lot faster and be able to adjust and pivot as necessary. If you're considering hiring a coach and want to discuss what that would look like with me, head on over to markdolfini.com. I'll put a link in the show notes, and we can set up a discovery call and talk about that. I'll be happy to connect with you and help you in any way that I can. I know I do get quite a few coaches who watch my material. Thanks for reaching out from time to time and the encouragement. I do appreciate it. And if you're a coach, I want to give a shout out to this book right here, which is Coach Wooden's Pyramid of Success. It is a fantastic resource. I get nothing at all for recommending it. I just thought it was a book that was worth recommending. And if you're a coach, it will certainly help you take your coaching to the next level. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.